Hey guys, welcome back to Bald Feather Bets. Happy Sunday, NFL Sunday Week 13. So, do a quick recap of College Football Saturday, and then give our picks for NFL Sunday. We pick every game against the slate here, but first, just want to make sure you are subscribed to the channel, notifications on, and then like, share, comment this video. Just help us grow our subscriber base up. We hit 50 subscribers, looking to move into the triple digits now, and anything you can do to help that is much appreciated. So College Football Saturday, we had our worst day that we've had in 2024. So definitely didn't break our losing streak. Started out with some coaching malpractice from Ryan Day in Ohio State. I'm still kind of in shock with the game plan that they had. And then in the press conference afterwards to double down and say, hey, we knew we needed to run the ball in this game, and we didn't. And no, you didn't. No, you didn't need to run the ball. You did not need to test Mason Graham and Noah Grant, 2 first-round NFL draft picks, with your backup offensive line when you had Jeremiah Smith, Emeka Egbuka, and Cardell Tate on the outside going up against a depleted Michigan secondary. I think Jeremiah Smith ended with like 5 targets in the whole game. None of it made sense. Even the first time when they got down into the goal and first 2 plays were handoff up the middle, and then they threw a pass to Jeremiah Smith. They got batted down. They had to settle for a field goal. It was like, you should have thrown 3 passes. I will never understand it, because then by the time they started working back to the pass game, you had Michigan ready for it. And the one thing that Wink Martindale can do is draw up blitz packages for known passing situations. So it was not an impressive performance at all from Ohio State. It was a horrendous game plan. Whether it was more on Chip Kelly, whether it was more on Ryan Day, I don't know. But it played into the only way that Michigan could have won the game was exactly how Ohio State called the game. Not good there. And then the killer after that, because obviously that we were already in the hole from that play. And then USC, man, that's one of the worst beats I think I've ever been a part of. So we have USC plus 7.5. They're down by 7, driving with like 3 minutes left in the game. Really at that point, all we need is for the clock to run out. And they throw a 99-yard pick six, where the Notre Dame defender skates across the whole sideline. No one ever knocks him out of bounds or just pushes him off balance, so he steps out of bounds. And then USC gets all the way back down and driving in scoring position, and they throw a 100-yard pick six. And then they scored a touchdown after that. So they lost by 14, and they threw a 99-yard pick six and a 100-yard pick six. We had them plus 7.5. That one I will remember that one for a while. That was a pretty horrendous beat. Not a good day all around. Also had the Clemson winning the whole game, up 14-7 with the ball with like 7 minutes left. End up losing that one 17-14 when we had Clemson minus the 2.5. So not a good day all around. So with that, it was a huge hit to our unit cushion, which means we've been at a 3-unit minimum for our plays, and then a 5 and a 10 unit up on that. We're going to go back down to the 2-unit minimum, and then like a 5-unit play would be the same thing as a 10-unit play, and a 10-unit play would be the same thing as a 20-unit play that we've been doing. You never chase in this. I've learned that over a while. If you're going to be good, you are going to have ups and downs. This one is a big down for sure. But we still have a nice cushion lead. I actually realized I've been calculating my overall score wrong. I was not giving myself an extra 100 units in wins, because when I went to put in the record, I was like, well, you would be down if you had that record. And then I realized that I wasn't I was adding up the losses correctly, and I wasn't adding up the wins correctly between NFL and college. So we're still doing really well, but obviously not as well as we were doing 2 weeks ago after Ohio State cashed the 20-unit win against Indiana. Pretty much ever since then, it's been big unit loss after big unit loss. So when that happens, you have to make adjustments and adjust your minimum unit amount. So we had gone from minimum unit amount of 1 to minimum unit amount of 2, and then up to 3 because we had built such a high cushion. We bring that back down to 2 now because you always want to stay in the green and the positive. So for NFL Sunday, today 7 games I think in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, and then Sunday Night Football. Pretty good board, honestly, when you're looking at it. So first one, looking at Chargers and Falcons. We're going to take the Falcons plus the 1 for 2 units. Falcons at home. Kirk Cousins, much different quarterback at home in Atlanta than he has been on the road. The loss of J.K. Dobbins cannot be overstated for the Chargers. You saw it against the Ravens last Monday night. Yeah, last Monday night. They're coming up a short rest. They don't have Dobbins anymore. Completely changed their offense. Falcons, with Jesse Bates in the secondary, do have actually a good pass defense, whereas the Ravens did not. And like the Falcons here to get a bounce back. They're at 6-5 on the year, I think. So they need this because that NFC South is such a tight game. Chargers playing strictly for a wild card with Kansas City being at 10-1. Steelers Bengals. This is going to be our big one for the morning. We are laying it. We're laying the 2.5 with the Bengals, and we're doing that one for 5 units. Yeah, love this play. Like the Bengals' chances of winning out here and making a run in the playoffs. Think that it's Steelers are starting to come back down to earth. They're 8-3. You had the loss against the Browns. I know it's okay. So Tomlin's going to lose 2 division games in a row. I do think he's going to lose 2 division games in a row. I think their secondary will be vulnerable to Joe Burrow, and I think the defense in Anarumo will do enough to keep Russell Wilson and the Steelers off schedule. So Bengals minus the 2.5 for 5 units. We're taking the Cardinals plus the 3.5 against the Vikings. Still think the Vikings are good, but not great. Think that you can get Sam Darnold off balance. I think Arizona has a good team. They've struggled a little bit in recent weeks, but I think they're closer to the good version than the bad version of Arizona, if that makes sense in terms of what their medium range is. We've seen both versions from them. We've seen the one that blew out the Jets, and then we've also seen the one that got dominated by the Seahawks. So I like the Cardinals here. It's a dome setting. Yes, I really want to go to a game at Minnesota. I heard it's incredible. I heard it's a really, really tough place to play. But it's a dome setting, which is the Cardinals already playing a dome. It's not like this is a cold weather setting for them. So like the Cardinals plus the 3.5 for 2 units. Colts Patriots. We already put this one in. We did put it in for 3 units though, so you need to lower that to 2 units. Patriots plus the 3.5 for 2 units. Hopefully you guys got that one early because that one is already, I think it's all the way down to 2.5 now. Colts, dome team. Richardson, rookie quarterback from the Florida area, going up to New England to play an outdoor game. Like New England here. Like them a lot, actually. Seahawks, Jets. Warning again. System loves the Jets. System always loves the Jets. Sharps love the Jets. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. If I lose money betting against the Jets, I can live with myself. I'm done betting on the Jets when they're anything less than a 3-point dog. So we are going to take Seahawks here plus the 2. This line has bounced all over the place. This has gone from Seahawks favored to, this has gone from Jets favored to Pick'em to Seahawks favored. But yet the Jets favored, Pick'em, Seahawks favored, Jets favored. I think the Sharps bought the line down on the Jets so that they could get them plus points, and now they're hammering the Jets and hammering the Jets and hammering the Jets. They just don't have a good defense. Say what you will about Aaron Rodgers and the offense, and if you think, okay, they're clicking, and Davante Adams, and I know we did really well on them when they played the Steelers with our big unit play, but just can't do it anymore. So we're on the Seahawks here, plus the 2 for 2 units. Titans and Commanders. Continue to wait on this one. Sharps are hammering the Commanders minus the 6. We're going to take the Titans here, but think that there's a chance that it gets to either 6.5 or 7 before kickoff. So just wait, and then we'll take it at whatever the line closes at before kickoff. And again, that one's for 2 units as well. We're taking the Jaguars plus the 3.5 against the Texans, doing that one for 2 units. Same thing, Titans is 2 units. I think I said that. Trevor Lawrence is back for Jacksonville. Continue to think that this Texans team is good, but not phenomenal, not great. CJ Stroud seems to be going through a bit of a sophomore slump. So, yeah, don't love what I've seen from this Texans team. And 3.5 is a good amount of points for a Jaguars team that does have talent. They just have had difficulties this year. The afternoon games. So we're starting out. We're taking the Saints plus the 3 against the Rams. Saints have been looking really good with Derek Carr back, and this one's much to my surprise. I thought they were dead in the water. I thought when they made the coaching switch, I thought the guy they brought in was kind of a joke. I've been shocked, actually, at this. Saints at home, getting points with Derek Carr. My initial read on the Rams, too, may have been wrong. I love McVay. I still love McVay. But that team may have some serious weaknesses in the run defense. And going up against Alvin Kamara and a Saints team at home, when you do have to respect that they can throw with Derek Carr, that's tough. So we're on the Saints. We're taking them plus the 3 for 2 units. We're locking in the Panthers plus the 7 for 2 units against the Bucs. Panthers quietly and Bryce Young quietly, much better than they were to start the year. Really happy for Bryce Young, actually. Had been left for dead in the water, but they are very quietly starting to turn that around. I just think it's too many points. I know the Bucs are looking good. They blew out whoever they played last week. I forget who it was. But it's just a lot of points. It's at Carolina. Carolina played the Chiefs tough. Everyone plays the Chiefs tough. But like the Panthers here plus the 7. And my favorite play of the day, you're going to have to check back in with me on the units amount. It's either going to be 5 or 10, depending on how we do to start the day. But my favorite play of the day is the Ravens laying the 2.5 against the Eagles. It's either going to be a 5 or a 10 unit play. Lamar Jackson versus NFC teams. The Ravens' weakness is their pass defense. It is not their run defense. They have one of the best run defenses in the NFL. So we like that a lot. So we'll lay unit amount later, but yeah, like the Ravens minus the 2.5 against the Eagles here. And it's also in Baltimore. Very underrated, difficult place to play. It's like a college setting. It's where they have a band and everything. And then Sunday Night Football, we are taking the 49ers plus the 7. I know it's going to be cold and windy and snowy and all that stuff. Brock Purdy is Iowa State kid, so he has played in those conditions before. No Williams and no Bosa, but Purdy back. Debo is playing. Christian McCaffrey is playing. 7 is just too many for a 49ers team that needs it. I actually don't think they'll get the win. I see this as a situation where Josh Allen has the ball late, makes plays and gets them the win. But 7's just too many points for a 49ers team that really needs it. So that's it for our Sunday plays. Appreciate you guys very much. Also, Horns got the win yesterday. So if you did play that, hopefully you're on the right side. Hopefully you laid the 4.5 with the Horns. They did make it interesting late, but they got the win, so hook them. But yeah, appreciate you guys being around. Just make sure you're subscribed, supporting the channel, and we will see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Thanks again.